All top 4 seeds in the semifinals of a major for the first time since Roland Garros 2019. And here at the AO for the first time since 2013. Guess what? Djokovic, the constant in both of those, because he's been doing it for a whole lot of years. We'll take initial thoughts on both of these matches, starting with Alcaraz and Zverev. Split their previous 12. Alcaraz won their only match last year. What's your take on this one?
I can't wait to see how Zverev approaches this match. I mean, we talk about it all the time. In the bigger matches, a lot of times he steps backwards and he has to go out after this match. He's almost has to redline his game, particularly on that forehand. Love the way he competed and served against Lerner Tien. He needs a serve, but he also needs to be able to get ahead in some of the baseline exchanges. It's not easy to do against Carlos, and fascinated to see if Zverev is willing to come out of his comfort zone to try and make that happen.
These guys played in the quarterfinals here 2 years ago, and Zverev beat him, but really Alcaraz helped him. I mean, Alcaraz kind of beat himself with some bad tactics on the court. He did not play to Sasha's forehand in the biggest moments of the match, and Zverev was getting tight. He was not accelerating on that forehand. And for whatever reason, Alcaraz kept attacking the backhand, played right into his hand. So if he gets the tactics right, Zverev's going to have to hit the forehand down the line big. That's going to be the most important shot on the court for Zverev. If he can hit the forehand down the line, he can keep Alcaraz a little bit guessing.
In the other matchup, Sinner's won 5 in a row against Novak Djokovic. The only other guy to take 5 in a row off of Joker was Rafa Nadal, and that was in 2009, Prakash. How does Djokovic find the answers against the Italian?
Well, I think if they both play their natural style of game, which can be a little bit defensive-minded, Sinner is way more offensive from that position. Novak, he used to be able to get away with that against Yannick Sinner. I think he's going to have to up the offensive factor quite a bit. So I think he's going to have to shift the mindset a little bit, mix in a little bit of that serve and volley, some of that chaos type of tennis. And early in the event, he was doing that. It's going to be much tougher against Yannick Sinner, but that's what I want to see from Novak. I don't necessarily want to see super extended long rallies. It seems like Sinner takes away more court and will be more advantageous.
Well, we were talking about it earlier in the show. In those first few rounds, yes, the level was much different, but Novak was the one who was dominating play. Right. He was the player who was the aggressor out there. He wasn't able to do that against Musetti. Today on this practice day, he's got to figure out a way to get back ahead in those baseline exchanges. Very tough to do that against Sinner, but that's his path to a final here on Sunday.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Lindsay. He's going to have to play a level up.
Wait, sorry. Sorry.
Should we bookmark that?
Sorry, wow.
Lindsay was exactly right. One time so far in 2026. Look, I don't think there's much to add. I mean, we know that Sinner's going to play on his level. He just doesn't come off of that level. We haven't seen him come off of that level in years now. So it's not going to be like perilously warm that day. It looks like it's going to be okay. And they're the late match anyway, so conditions are going to be good. Novak loves to play at night too. It's set up for a great clash, but Novak's going to have to play outside of his comfort zone. And I have a question for the team here. Chaos tennis. I've heard Todd Woodbridge and Leighton Hewitt use that expression in the booth in Channel 9 when I've been in there, and I just heard you use it. So who's going to copyright that? Is that yours? Did you lead them to say that? Or?
No, I'm sure it was in my subconscious from watching you guys yesterday. That's what I think of a guy like a Dustin Brown, like a Bublik as like the extreme of that, but a little bit of that I think could be.
Well, there was a Bublik match where I first heard it in the booth. I'm like, chaos tennis. I like the way that sounds.
Chaos tennis. Putin Seva, a little chaos tennis. You know, mix it up a little bit here and there. I'm not going to copyright it, though.
So who said it first? Todd?
I don't know.
Todd Woodbridge?
I'm not sure. One of the two.
I can't
Todd or
copyright
Leighton.
my subconscious. No. I can copyright what's your code.
It might
but
be
I can't copyright that. I can't do chaos tennis.
It might be one of those Australian tennis terms that you hear down here, like where the players are at their end range, which means the end of their range on the corners, hitting shot. Oh, he's got great end range. Yeah. We never say it, but I know what they mean.
Tram lines?
No
tram
walkabout.
lines.
Tram lines.
Yeah. Chaos tennis.
Chaos tennis. Yeah, it's got a good ring to it.
It's Chaos TC Live when Lindsay's right.